On the other hand, breathing has an impact on focus and attention. So in 2018, there was a paper published that showed that controlled breathing improved participants' attention spans.
Hi, and welcome to Lead Well.
How often do you pay attention to your breathing, and what impact could that simple act have on you? Have you ever thought about that? You're breathing the entire day in, day out. Whenever you're awake, you're asleep. That's the one thing that we continue doing, and there is a part of our brain that is making sure that we breathe on a regular basis because that's necessary for our survival. But breathing is such a wonderful tool for something else, and that is for stress reduction, building your resilience, making sure that, as we discussed in early episodes, your body can thrive and not only survive in a fight or fight mode. What's always important to me is to make sure that I share with you things that have at least an evidence-based background, if not a scientific background. And with breathing, it was actually really easy. There is a lot of research, there are a lot of studies that highlight the importance of breathing and the impact it has on our health. So, for example, there is a research in behavior research and therapy that demonstrated that breathing and mindful breathing, so paying attention to your breathing in a very particular way that we will be looking into, reduces stress and anxiety levels. And it also reduces the cortisol level, so the hormone that gets produced whenever we are in a stressful situation. There is another one that shows that it has an impact on our heart health. So focusing on our breathing and exercising slow breathing practices improve the heart rate variability, and that's something that indicates that our hearts are healthy. And especially those that had hypertension could impact their heart with breathing exercises. On the other hand, breathing has an impact on focus and attention. So in 2018, there was a paper published that showed that controlled breathing improved participants' attention spans. And isn't that something that we are all dealing with? At least I'm dealing with that a lot because I used to read entire books in one go. And now I have a hard time concentrating because I'm used to focusing on all these small bits of information. And so paying attention to my breathing and controlling my breath really can impact that. How beautiful is that? And it even has a proven impact on pain management. Breath focused practices have been linked to reduced perception of pain. So patients did not feel as much pain. The intensity was lower and their ability to tolerate it was much higher. So there is a lot of evidence that it makes a lot of sense to focus and to pay attention on our breath. And isn't it fantastic? Because that is something I always have with me. So I need no yoga mat. I need not even time because I'm breathing anyway. So if I'm doing it in a more conscious and more mindful manner, that already helps. Let me share with you 7 different exercises, 7 different ways of breathing that will help you improve your body condition and your health overall. Let's start with the sound of breath. And you can sit, you can stand, you can lie down, for these little exercises. Just if you're driving a car, keep your eyes open. You can still do some of the exercises. I would probably stop right now and do the exercises at home, to be honest. But make sure you keep your eyes open. And if you're not in a car or not in the street, maybe you want to close your eyes and listen to the sound of your breath. Let's do that together. And then pay attention to the temperature of the air when you inhale and then exhale. What is the difference there when you focus on the temperature? And then you can use your right hand. And if you want to do it in a yoga way, you can use your thumb and your little finger and put them on your nose really slightly. And when you inhale, you close one of your nostrils and inhale through one. So I close my right nostril and inhale through my left one. And then I switch. I close my left nostril and exhale through the right one. And inhale again with the thumb on your right nostril. And exhale through your right nostril. And you can also count your breath or the length of your breath. There is what's called the 4-7-8 breathing. And by the way, it's also said that this is really helpful when you want to fall asleep. The idea is you inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold your breath for 7 counts. And then exhale slowly through the mouth for 8 counts. So inhale on 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8 counts. So that's the 4-7-8 breathing exercise. What you can also do is count your breath. Every time you exhale, count and do that from 1 to 10. Let's say I'm breathing in and out, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And your mind might start to wander, and that's perfectly fine. You just restart from 1. And you can do that once, twice, as long as you like. The great thing about breathing exercises, they will be impactful, even if you're doing them only for a few seconds. And you can always do them. So there is no preparation, nothing to bring with you. There is another way of breathing that I learned in my speech therapy. And that is when I first was asked to stand up and breathe, I had my shoulders moving up and down because I thought this was what I was breathing, my chest. And I was told, no, that's not a very efficient way of breathing. The most effective way of breathing really is breathing into your stomach, breathing through your diaphragm rather than your chest. So place a hand on your stomach, breathe in, and feel your hand rise and fall with every breath. So that's another way of concentrating on your breath. Then there is an exercise where you need your eyes open, and that is used in the US Marine, by the way, when they get ready to be active, and that is called boxed breathing. So boxed or square breathing, because you can take any square shaped object that you can get hold of, and then you start breathing. And I think we already did that exercise in one of the episodes. So you start at the lower left angle and breathe in, looking up. Hold your breath going across, and exhale going down. Hold your breath again going across, and breathe in. And you would do that every side at the count of 4. So we go up 4 counts, hold your breath for 4 counts, exhale 4 counts, and hold your breath again. And that is something that makes you really steady, because there is a secret in breathing. Your breathing, or the way you're breathing, can impact your body in 2 ways. It can either activate it and energize you, or it can relax you. It only depends on the length of inhale versus exhale. So if I want to get energized, if I need energy, power, I would breathe in longer than I would exhale. I would breathe in, so my focus would be on taking air in. And on the contrary, if I want to slow down, relax, I would put my focus on the exhale and make the exhale longer as the inhale. This has an immediate effect on our hearts, believe it or not. It will either rise our pulses or slow down the heart rate. So this is what I suggest you do for the upcoming week. Pick one of those 7 little exercises, the one that speaks most to you, and do it as often as you think about it. Or if you're like me, you want to alternate. You want to remember all 7 and then pick one now and then. The important thing is, do pick one at least, let's say, 3 to 4 times a day. Maybe you want to combine that with something that you're already doing on a regular basis every day. So maybe every time you take a sip of water, before you do that, focus on your breathing for half a minute. And that's already it. It makes a huge difference. So I hope you will have a fantastic week with a lot of fresh air to breathe in, and may you always lead well yourself and others.
This was Lead Well. Now, what is the one thing that you're taking away from this episode? Please share in the comments below, and do share the podcast with your friends and family, but only if you like it.